Incremental readings. Let's continue the Supermemo course, the pledgeable expansion. This is a video I'm introducing. File doesn't cover that. And it's about, we know about the subsets already. We have seen the views here, quite a lot of options. But there's one in particular. If you notice, you go to the view menu, to the view submenu, other, and history. But turns out that is the same as here. It's already on your face. So why is this so present? Why is it so easy to access this? For convenience. The same as your browser, let's say Chrome, Opera, or Arc, whatever browser you use. Okay, what are the last 1,000 tabs I have seen? Same thing. What are the last 1,000 elements I have seen in this collection? Could be the case that they no longer exist because I deleted that element. This is so convenient. This is the same that now if I do on the element window alt left every time, look at what I'm seeing. This, so I'm going to tell you the next element that will appear here is metformin. The next one would be a failure. How do I know that? Because it's the same order of appearance. So the history is chronologically inverse, what I have seen. In other words, if I will happen to do alt left 1,000 times, I will see this in this order. This is super useful to know, oh yeah, I have done the repetition, oh, metformin, oh yeah, I think I didn't care about this, it seemed like irrelevant, but now that I have done some repetitions, hey, now this is relevant, and I know I have seen this a few repetitions ago. Yeah, let me check the history. What it was, here you go. Boom. So I don't need to search metformin. I have more than 188 users, okay? Then let me sort by the last repetition. Okay, you will be one of those, perhaps this one, bam, Instead of doing all of this, it's as easy as history, and here you go, perhaps it was earlier, it was last day, some days ago, and in case you really want that, then you can search here. We'll cover the search later, but now I search, boom. That's all I got. So from the last 1,000 elements that I have been on Supermemo, so I have loaded on the element window, there are just 6 that are about metformin. Or they mention the name in this case. It was not this one, right? Oh, that was the one I wanted. Oh yeah, it was on June. So that's the one that I couldn't recall. Yeah, I have seen that recently in the repetitions, but I cannot backtrack which concept I have used or the title of the article or whatever. I don't need that. And then I see that, oh yeah, it's here, it is below the health. Because you may think in this case, oh yeah, perhaps that was about, I don't know, diabetes of some sort. Yeah, but for me, it was about a life expansion. So when metformin is taken, it's a medicine by the way, it's taken by healthy people, healthy individuals. Here you go. And remember, if I now go to history, now it will be at the top. Why? Because it has been loaded on the element window. And that has been now the most recently opened. Now it is the most recently loaded element on the element window. That is why it appears first. So it's a tiny detail. So now if I go all left every single time, what I'm doing is changing the order of those. So I will do. So now if I close that and I open it again, now do you see metformin text is in the opposite order? Exactly. It's chronologically inverse, but if I visit the history in the opposite order, I'm modifying the order once again. It's this tiny detail. Remember that every time you navigate out left, this will appear. And one final detail. I'm here. Okay. Now I make a close deletion. We will see that eventually with the incremental reading flow. So what happens in the history? Here you go. So in case that you create an element, the element will be the previous one. Why? Because this element is the one that is selected. I made a close deletion. It's still the same element, right? I haven't loaded any other element. In Supermemo, this is the same as creating one element and shifting back, more or less. So that's why it will appear. So that's why, even if it has been not loaded at all, it will appear. Because now, if I do Alt left, and Alt left, I see those two elements with the Wozniak face. This is a tiny detail. So, to be more specific now, and wrapping up this video, is the history is the last 1000 elements that have been loaded on the element window or have been created while one other element was present. Usually topic and you do a close deletion, or a topic and you do an extract and it's yet another topic. Or there are more cases, duplicate, decompose if you really stretch it. But basically, you trigger the feature that creates other elements. But those elements have never been present on the element window. That's why they won't be the last, that first one in the list, but the previous ones. That's super convenient. So, remember, history right there. There's no need to go and do all of this navigation. It goes to the same place. That's all for now, and see you in the next video.